Okay. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Or afternoon if you are ahead of me, or very early in the morning if you are behind me. This is not the month we're on. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, Christine. Okay. I'm almost done with my coffee. I'll probably need another cup today. But good morning, Mia. Good morning, Danielle, Christine, Jacqueline. I'm going to move this to this side. Ow. I just bumped my head. Okay, good morning. Okay, so hi, Meg. I'm doing okay. Minus the fact that I haven't completed a cup of coffee. Correct, coffee is life. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so I have to be honest. I got through my workday and then not a lot got done because I started playing Animal Crossing on my new Switch, which I think if you like follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that in my stories. Yeah. The rest of the night I played Switch, played Animal Crossing on my Switch, and then my husband and I watched episode 7 from Star Wars. We're through all of the episodes, 1 through 6, well, now 1 through 7, and we also watched Rogue One. We decided not to watch the Han Solo story because I heard it wasn't great, so I don't want to waste my time if it's not great. So I didn't ride my Peloton because I was just playing Animal Crossing. It really became a problem. My husband was like, "Are you gonna play that all night?" And I was like, "Kinda." I did yoga though, because I could not sleep. I didn't really clean. And I did design. I had to finish up the Cricut designs, which I did do. And then I did get sleep. I think I'm supposed to be filling this out for Wednesday, right? Because I'm talking about getting enough sleep. Either way, I'm getting a ton of sleep. Hello, Nicole in Guam. That's so cool. Also, I can't stay up till 11:32. Hi, Ashley. I can't stay up till 11:32. That's too late for my old brain. I mean, I start work at 6 a.m. and my animals wake me up at like 5:45 usually in the morning. So I start my days really early. Jacqueline, I'm glad I'm not the only one. He was judging me a little bit, but I mean, he does the same thing on the weekends with, he plays FIFA on his PlayStation, and then like you have to like get a certain number of points to be Elite 1 versus Elite 2. So, I mean, it's his fault. He said it's really hard to get Elite 1 right now because everyone's at home playing. Okay, so going through my cleaning tracker, I did pick up the cans. I've been doing really good about that. I did not sweep yesterday. I actually even forgot to do the trash and recycling, which I realized this morning. So, hi, Sally. So yeah, like I said, not much got done. But I just think that that's what happens. you know, when you get a new game, it's exciting. So I didn't do anything on my self-care bingo. Like I mentioned the other day, I decided to do self-care bingo instead of my mood lettering page because it's going to be a depressing month. So I didn't want to keep writing down and coming up with words for sad. So this is the quote that we did the other day. I didn't go back in and finish it. That looks like a thumb, as we decided yesterday. Didn't play Sims yesterday again. Oops. So I did do work. If you guys haven't seen this setup, I'm sorry. It's a tad complicated, but it seems to be working out. So I might continue this type of setup in the next week probably, which if you're a patron, that is a live setup on Sunday, which I should add on here. I think it's at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I would have to double check. I think I put it in our the weekly. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, emails keep coming up. And there's just so much to do. Ow. Okay, I keep hitting my head on the ring light. That's so basically I have work tasks, business tasks, and other stuff separated out. And then I have things that I have to do every day for work that I have in this little box. And then one-time work items and tasks in here. Same thing with business. I only work Monday through Thursday, so that's why it's only Monday through Thursday. And then business stuff happens every day. So I have Monday through Sunday. One-off tasks, one-off tasks, one-off tasks, if that makes sense. Good morning, Sheila. Oh, I don't have kids, and at the moment, I'm very thankful for that. I can't even imagine with COVID-19 how things are quite complicated at home right now. I mean, I know that our business, we're not a business, we're government, but our agency decided to open up a lot of different types of work hours and flexible working. So like you can work you can work Saturday now. And then the core like you don't have to work core hours anymore from 9:30 to 3, I think. You can be a little bit more flexible, you know, work an hour, do homeschool for an hour, work an hour, do homeschool for 2 hours, as long as you're meeting your 80 hours for the 2 weeks. They're being a lot more flexible. And you can work starting at like 5 a.m. to like 11:30 p.m. So they've opened up the whole day. But I mean, I still hear kids on our conference calls and everything. So yesterday I did do Inbox Zero. If you guys were here yesterday for the live stream, I told you that I was getting a whole bunch of emails. And so one of those emails was a 24-hour turnaround to get a draft ready. I don't know why they keep doing this. Like, none of us have anything to do that like we're already working on. So they keep assigning a bunch of like things that they want in the next 24 hours. And I'm like, we're still busy. I'm just so you know, like, you don't have to give us busy work. It's very frustrating. So I had to draft that slide. I'm sure I will have to make some tweaks today. But I did do Inbox Zero. I did not work on the workflow yesterday because I had to do all of the 24-hour turnaround things. Yeah. It's a weird balance, right? When one person is working and one person um is staying at home with the kids, either because their job they were let go or they can do it from home or something like that. It's a delicate balance, I think. So none of this other stuff got done except for some SharePoint tasks that were like really quick tasks that I could do for people. Um, just because I had to draft a whole bunch of that stuff. And then I did send the email to CID. I sent that this morning. And then over to my business, I did cut stencils and I did print and cut yesterday. I didn't package any orders. I was just cutting everything and then making sure I have all of the items to go ahead and package. I did work on the vinyls and I did finish some designs. Patrons or stickers are coming next week. I'm printing and cutting this weekend for all of those final things. I didn't film yesterday, so I don't, I have to like film during lunch or something today. Because the day got away from me. Oh God, I can't even imagine distance learning right now. Some of my friends are teachers, and it's just so hard to connect, and I'm glad that they're making a lot of resources free and all that kind of stuff. That's great. I did do the live stream. It's gonna stay, all of these are gonna stay on here for the rest of the week. I don't know what's happening with Instagram Live. It doesn't like me, apparently. It might be because I have multiple accounts. Doing a quick Google search, that is what I saw there. I did not post to Instagram yesterday. My patron giveaway, that's getting sent with everything else. So Danielle, since you're here, that's getting sent with all your other things. I did not look at laser printers. I didn't take the photo. I'll take a photo today. Actually, I have to because it's due today. I did not bathe the dog. I'm going to see today if I can rent the tiller for this weekend. It looks like it's going to be a decent weekend, not too hot, not too cold. And it's all you need is a light jacket. But it looks like it's just going to be like cloudy weather, so that should be a really good weekend to work on some of that stuff. So I'm going to see if I can rent the tiller. And I didn't do any of that. And I didn't swoop or swiffer. Oh, and Danielle, I saw your thing this morning, your bees kit. I'll send with everything else as well. So no worries about that. And then yesterday, this probably comes as no shock to any of you, but I'm going to put Nintendo Switch for my little gratitude section because, or actually, I'm going to put Animal Crossing because that's what I played the whole afternoon. I got some good and bad news yesterday about my cousin who's been in the hospital. As you guys know, she went back on the ventilator, but she had a really bad day, and then her numbers got a little bit better towards the end of the day. That was the update we got. So again, you know, it's this it's a big roller coaster of emotions going on. Hey, I love food. If I hadn't had Animal Crossing, then I probably would have put Rice Krispie treats because I ate 3 of them yesterday, which probably not the best idea, but man, was it good. So, oh, I have to. So I'm working on a Cricut campaign where I'm doing something in my window and then in my cousin's window as well. So I have to put those up in the windows and take photos of those. And then I also have to work on the Etsy listings for Friday because there's going to be a release on Friday. Hi, Kristen. For some reason, our internet has been terrible. I mean, I'm sure it's just because there's a ton of people at home and, you know, the bandwidth is getting stretched pretty thin. But we're having not a great time with our internet lately. Oh, there was an earthquake last night? I didn't even see that. Oh no, Lauren. I'm sorry to hear that. That must be really hard. I mean, I'm sure you were grateful to have that time with your newborn, but now trying to balance all that, it must be hard. And not seeing your students just on top of that, that must be really hard. I'm glad we made it to the middle of the week also. Yesterday, I was on the phone with my mom and I was like, is it really only Tuesday? I was very confused by that. I do want to actually mark this off because I did have to make edits again this morning. I forgot a bullet, so I had to make edits this morning. And I'm sure there will be other edits since it is a 24-hour turnaround. Again, that just, it blows my mind. It's like they think that we don't have our regular life tasks, so they are giving us all of this like busy work and quick turnaround times on top of it. And I'm like, we still have our regular work, people. So that makes it really difficult. I have been cutting stencils this morning, and I think I have a few more items to print and cut. Um, okay. A 4 point. Ooh, that's a big aftershock. Usually I think they're around like 2 to 3, right? Yeah, weekdays are hard. It's very confusing to me. I realized that the 100-day project started last week. What day? I think it started on like the 9th or something like that, or maybe the 8th. So I guess I'm just going to do a 100-day project for something that I've already been working on, which are all of the like designing a sticker every day, basically. I think that's what I'm gonna do for my 100-day project. I'm glad you didn't feel it, Sarah. Oh, watercolor projects. That's all. I love watercoloring. I never do it enough, unfortunately. I have like 5 things of watercolor paper sitting right over there, and I haven't touched that in probably since I've been in this office. So that's a little crazy to think about. It all moves with me, but I don't think I've done it aside from like watercolor that I've done in here. I don't think that I've touched my watercolor. Oh, that makes me really sad. I've always been on the East Coast, and we barely ever have any earthquakes. So, I mean, I can tell you about every single hurricane that we've had, especially since I studied hurricanes in my master's program. So, I can do all that, but earthquakes I'm not as familiar with just because we don't really, I mean, there's been a couple on the East Coast, but we're not as susceptible to it. That sounds like fun. This maybe I'll do that as a video. That sounds like fun. Doing like a let's make art kit. That sounds like a YouTube video idea to me. I don't think I Thanks, Kristen. I'm stealing it. It sounds like fun. Plus, you know, there's just things that people haven't heard of, and especially now when people are working at home a lot and maybe have some time on their hands and they've cleaned their house maybe about 50 times at this point, they want to get exposed to some different types of projects that they can do. I'm sorry to hear that, Danielle. Oh, nice, Kristen. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that because that would be a fun video idea and something that I think a lot of people might be interested in. Oh, do me a favor, please like this stream. I always forget to ask, but thank you in advance for going ahead and liking it. See, Christine, that's where I'm at. I know all about the flood life. I know all about the hurricane life. That is because I lived in Florida, so Florida is below the floodplain. or below sea level, I should say. So it's mostly floodplains. And I know all about that life. Actually, funny story. When I was moving, the day I decided to move to college, we had, it wasn't a hurricane, it was just like a flash flood event. And we had to, we got to the end of my neighborhood and it was over the wheels of the car. So we had to go back and get the SUV um, so that we could get through. And I had to go back to, did I have to go back? Or I think like I was like following the SUV or something so that I could have my car on campus. Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. I just remember that there was a flash flood event when I was moving to college and trying to get out of my neighborhood was terrible. See, I don't know about the tornado life either. We had like water spouts and things like that in Florida. I mean, they have some tornadoes, but I never had to deal with it. Mostly water spouts, which is a tornado over water, in case you were interested. Yeah, I like I said, I don't really know much about earthquakes, but I mean, freaking Puerto Rico is in our region. We have New York, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, which don't ask me why those four are together. But Puerto Rico has just been getting smashed and smashed by everything. They had an earthquake. They're still reeling from like hurricanes. It's supposedly going to be a more active hurricane season. I can't even imagine. They were hurting down there. I mean, they're still hurting down there. And now COVID. So all I have to say is Mother Nature seems a little mad. Sorry, I'm just reading back on the chat because I'm trying to catch up with everything. Yeah, but I mean the weather app has been sending me notifications like every day of different stuff going on. I know like Mississippi and Louisiana were just hit the other day. Um she's mad. That girl is mad. And rightly so in my humble opinion. Yeah, poor girl. She needs to get taken care of. All right, we're just about at 10 o'clock, as usual. The water spouts aren't that terrifying. It looks more terrifying than it is. Thank you, Kristen. I agree with Kristen. Everyone go green or else. Yeah, water spouts aren't too bad. At least not in Tampa, where I lived for a long time. It wasn't too bad. I mean, and hurricanes. This is going to sound terrible. Hurricanes aren't too bad category 3 or less. It depends on level of preparedness and your actual location. On the islands, category 3 can be catastrophic versus where I lived in Florida, like a category 3 wasn't as catastrophic. It also depends on how old your house is, because the thing to go is your roof. So we were actually really lucky in 2004 when we got hit with 4 different hurricanes in Florida. We had just replaced our roof like a year before. So our roof was safe, but every single house in our neighborhood, because they were all built around the same time, was blue tarps, just constant. I agree. Moana is very smart. In fact, in honor of Moana, I'm gonna do some more of these while we're still talking, because I'm totally fine with not going back to work yet. I like talking to you guys better. This is gonna end up looking really cool. Yeah, you think of all the Disney movies and they definitely get their message across. Maybe that's why like our generation is a little bit more mm, I don't know the right term for it, but maybe more active and their beliefs and how to protect the planet and stuff like that because of things like Disney movies. Maybe teach them from an early age. Just bouncing on the stability ball with my baby. That is iconic. Fern Gully, no. Oh, Colors of the Wind. I love that song. Well, and not that Pocahontas doesn't have its issues, but most of the people my age have absolutely no problem with interracial coupling and things like that. And I wonder if like something like Pocahontas had something to do with that versus a lot of older populations. I'm too young. I'm not old enough for Lady and the Tramp in cinema. I do not know Fern Gully. Now I feel like I need to Google. Is it on any? Is this a thing that like? Is this a movie? I'm Googling. Oh, The Last Rainforest. Is it on a streaming platform? Oh, it's on Hulu. Okay. Okay. Let me write this down. Watch Fern Gully. Okay. It's a Robin Williams movie? How have I not seen it? To be honest, I've never even heard of it. It's Australian American animated fantasy environmental film. 1992. Okay, so I was 2 years old when this came out. I can't believe I've never seen this. Maybe I'll watch it while I work today. If I have something that like is busy work. Like a lot of time when I'm working on the workflow and it's running smoothly, then I'm okay and I can like watch stuff while I work. I have seen Silent Running. That I think I saw that in like my undergrad or something like that because I have an environmental science degree. I love that I just found out about this. How everyone is like, I love it. I don't know how I've never heard of this. Yeah, we had indoor recess also, and I've honestly I've never heard of that. That is crazy. Okay, my email's blowing up, so I have to go, and I'm really sorry about that, but thank you guys for letting me know about Fern Gully. I will try to watch it today. It might have to wait till tomorrow, or Friday. I'll figure it out. But it's on my list of things to do this week now, so we should be okay. Okay. Patrons, you are going to get a sneak peek of the Cricut campaign thing that I'm doing. So I will post that to our Patreon group slash like Facebook group slash Patreon. So, oh, hi, Amanda. We were just ending. I'm sorry. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.